We're coming up on Christmas. Listen in for meaningful gift ideas that can create lifelong impact.
I've been on a sugar bender since Halloween. Bad. Not good at all. But yeah.
But your suit still fits fine, so that's
good. I know. Well, yeah, it does. It's just, but like I was saying, it does and it doesn't. It buttons just fine. It's not situated exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know how that feels.
Yeah.
We've had meaningful conversations with clients about providing their family a match. So just like a 401k match. So when younger couples, let's say they've got some small kids at home and they aren't saving into their Roth IRA, maybe they're at work and they're saving into their 401k, to the 3% match or whatever it might be, which is great, especially at that stage of life. For parents with adult children who have some level of saving and the parents want to help them, I've often recommended, okay, well, why don't you talk to your adult children and say, if you guys can save $3,000 into a Roth IRA, mom and I will give you another $3,000, and just incentivize them, because I think there's a lot of opportunity to find money when people have incentive to do so. And we know the studies, and if you get started sooner, right, you can contribute for the 20s and 30s, and you don't even have to contribute in your 40s and 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't start until you're 40, you can't catch up.
Yeah.
Right. So
yep.
And a lot of our clients, because of good planning and preparation on their part, have the resources, right, and they want to help their children, but they want their children to have some skin in the game, right? So I like the idea of kind of a gift to do a Roth match, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And then the same is true with 529 plans. I look at that like a funnel. The chances of being able to fund a child's education without help from mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, Christmas gifts, whatever, baptism gifts, graduation parties, all that stuff has to go into the funnel for college planning. So it really kind of takes a village to get that stuff going. But
yeah,
and there's tax benefits. There can be tax benefits to giving as well for certain clients.
Yeah,
reducing their estates, etc.
Yeah, I think that's a great answer. I think for those who maybe don't have the financial means to make a significant contribution to an account like that, I think even just talking to your family members about that concept of compounding, and the need to start early with whatever you can do. I started talking to Reagan about it, my 7-year-old, last night, because she wanted to do something. I don't even remember what it was. And it was a bad decision, right? But a minor one. And I said, but it compounds, what does that mean? One little decision leads to a bigger impact down the road, right? And negatively or positively, right? And this was a Monday thing we were talking about. It wasn't a big deal, but that concept needs to be discussed and taught and ingrained as early as possible. So I would say that. I think even people who aren't positioned to make a meaningful financial contribution as a holiday gift, make that your contribution. Teach somebody about the miracle of compounding as it pertains to investing, and the need to do it. The best time was yesterday, second best time is today, right?
Yeah, it's a good time of year to talk with kids, about being generous as well. When the kids were little, when my boys were little, if they mowed the lawn and got $10, I had an envelope, a save envelope, a spend envelope, and a give envelope, and we immediately put it into each envelope so that they knew that certain dollars they could enjoy, certain ones that they were going to give to the plate at church, as an example, right? But as families grow and mature, the same concept I think applies. But when we do our charitable planning with clients and they have a donor advised fund, we encourage them to give money around the holidays and include their adult children too, so that you're instilling those same principles in them, even though they don't have the money to do it on their own. Mom and dad maybe fund the donor advised fund, and let's say they put in $10,000 and it grows to $11,000. Take the $1,000 around the holiday season, identify a nonprofit that they want to share that money with, and then the family makes the decision for the $1,000. And as you get to $100,000, maybe it's $10,000 you can give. But that's the beauty of using parents' dollars to teach the kids lessons, because we've seen it work the opposite, right? Where the money transfers down and spoils the younger people. We'd see that more often than not. You can take that same concept and flip it on its head, which is use this abundance to teach positive lessons versus teach them, that consumption and that's what money is for, which we encourage people not to do that, obviously. But you're right too about compounding, because if you can set aside some money even for a donor advised fund or a nonprofit giving account, if you can put in $10,000 becomes 11, 10% more than you're at 12.5, let's call it, as you let that money grow, it just creates more of an ability to give. Compounding and personal accounts, donor advised fund, and then personal habits, which you were alluding to. It's you have a piece of pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving and you don't work out, or if you have a piece of pumpkin pie and you do work out, maybe it offsets. If you don't have the pumpkin pie and you work out, now you've started to compound the right direction. So that's a mindset that takes a while, and usually we usually have to have our cages rattle a little bit before we accept that notion.
Thank you.